Welcome back to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. Today we are reviewing Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 6, Episode 6. But before we start, tell them what to do.
Smack that thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to the medical corner.
We can't be giving no commercial for.
I
All right, let me see how this thing started.
Woo.
Oh, okay. Let me say this because I wrote this down. First of all, every time I hear Giselle tagline, it rubs me the wrong way. Have you ever listened to it? She say the secret.
I have, but I forget what she
says. The secret to this pretty face is staying in the shade. And I know she mean being shady, but on the flip side of what that means, I'm like, really? The secret to your pretty face is to stay in the shade?
She's always referring to her pretty face.
You don't want to get dark, so you stay in the shade, like, because that's what it means. I know you trying to flip it.
You know, her and Robin and their colorist ass.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's been there, but for some reason this season is showing, really showing.
Every time they say it, I'll be like, oh, that rubbed me the wrong way. Every time.
I hadn't thought about it like that. Now I'm like, as if I needed another reason to not like this bitch.
Right.
I hadn't even thought about it like that. Huh.
So we start off and she's arguing like we left off with Karen, and she's like, I need Ray to live until he paid all his bills. Ray,
stop. We're not apologizing. Nobody gives a shit. Both of them, stop. Just y'all don't like each other. Just leave it at that.
Right. And quit acting like, I mean, Ray had a situation, he took care of it. Did Robin pay her bills? She was in the same predicament that he was in.
Because we ain't gonna sit up here and act like them hats is really paying somebody's damn bills. She
right.
just keeps saying her hat business is doing so fabulously. Okay
then. And then the whole question that came up is what Giselle said was really wishing death on Ray. We all said it wasn't, we not saying that, but then
I mean, even if she did, she don't care. Like, even if she did say it, she ain't sorry. So,
she ain't sorry. And they showed all the dirt of them going back and forth. I mean, but Giselle has done some really shitty stuff to Karen throughout the year.
Yeah.
So, that was one example Karen used, but it was a whole lot more she could have used.
Then you have to wonder why though. Why?
Because it kind of came like when it first started, Karen was the grand dame and Giselle wanted to be that. She wanted to hold that title, seems like.
She's not.
She clearly is not. She is the.
And this is the thing, like, back to the colorism a little bit. Nobody likes Giselle. They keep saying she brings the mess to the show. I mean, so does Ashley. So we really don't need Giselle, like, just to be bringing mess. But yeah, I feel like they're giving her this show. They keep on bringing her back for whatever reason. Because every season she ain't had no man. She's had pretend relationships. And the whole not having a man thing is okay because niggas ain't shit. So you might as well, like, why, there's no point in like trying to have one just because until you find a good guy, But the fake relationship shit is so annoying. Like, that part is stupid. She had that fake relationship with Sherman or Sherwood or whatever hell his name was. But then Bravo gives her this show over there with Portia, where they after show, whatever that is. And I'm like, I mean, ain't no way to be politically correct about it. And I'm assuming that the bosses at Bravo are men, gay men probably in particular. They find light-skinned Black women with green eyes so freaking, like, that's their standard of beauty, Right. And I work with someone who's always saying, she was so beautiful. She had this dark skin and these green eyes, and dark skin, not meaning dark skin, meaning not white skin. and green eyes. So
Right.
the reason why she even has a job is, to me, based on not because of her talent. Her interviewing skills is not that great. She's not witty. She don't blend well with others. She's just a light-skinned woman with green eyes. That's it. That's just annoying as fuck.
That's the standard.
Because Karen, her confessionals be having me dying. Like, she's just a witty person, and she didn't used to be. And now that when she said like she kind of felt free after her parents died, she definitely has kind of turned into.
Maybe because it came out.
But it's so refreshing because it's like natural for her. Because I didn't like Karen. That fake grand dame stuff in the beginning, it was annoying to me. But after she let go of that and started being a real person, she became a lot more likable.
All the girls is like, let it go. Let it go and at least take it away from us because we don't want to hear it no more. Okay.
What's her name? A scholar, like she didn't get on my nerves. If she keeps being neutral like she was this time, then she won't work my nerves as like she did as Robin's friend.
Right. Oh, so they go over to the cottage. So we get to see the cottage. The cottage is not as grand as the main house.
The cottage is far. Like they had to take a bus over there.
Girl, was it like not another house around? They had to go that far. They couldn't find nothing else in the area to like equal. And that nothing. The cottage wasn't that bad, but
it was definitely a step down.
Yeah. I mean,
and on no other show ever, when they go on vacation, ever has half of the cast had to go stay at some. I'm not gonna call it a shitty place, because like you said, it was nice, but in comparison, y'all over there with luxury, with butlers and shit, and they over there, in the maid's quarters. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like where the housekeeper lived.
Yeah, because they, like you said, the butlers was carrying Giselle and them luggage up the stairs, and then they show Karen them over there struggling. Yeah. Luggage. Like, oh, don't do that. Then we see Ashley, her husband, and these babies. They're preparing to take pictures. The house was a toy mess. I mean, it was toys all up and down. I'm like, Dean ain't even that old to have toys all over like that.
Aren't they rich? Don't they have a room for Dean to go play in?
That's what I'm saying. And clean up though. Y'all knew the people was coming. Y'all couldn't put y'all ain't got a toy chest. Like, put the shit up. The photographer came in, she asked Dean for $5, and Dean was like, niggas, we don't do that. I'm not giving
we don't do $5.
Yeah. But overall though, they did take some beautiful pictures. You didn't like them? I thought they were cute. I mean, that's the best Michael gonna look.
It was cute. Don't care.
Oh, okay. So
that's all.
She said the baby
Ashley, jaundice. Baby, her titties nursing and shit. Just her coochie broke. She split her coochie. Okay.
So the baby was jaundice. So with that, not sleeping well, Ashley is tired. I'm like, I bet with a newborn and the 2-year-old running around there. If he's even 2, I don't even know if he's that old yet.
Listen, I have many years spread between my children. I don't live that life where you bounce one out and then you bounce another one right after.
Yes, you did.
Me, I said me.
I mean, shit, but we was like, you was the babysitter, so you know that life.
Yeah, but y'all were my kids and I was a kid. So it was just like, it was just fun. It was.
You know how to bounce us and keep us going.
But I was a kid though, so I'm talking about as a mother with responsibilities. Like I didn't have to stay there. I went home and went to sleep.
We would spread the hell out of some kids.
For me?
Both.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Okay, so she ties. But she tells Michael Giselle invited her to this trip. And she's gonna go for a day because
Because she needs that check. Because why in the hell else would you go be bothered with any of that? And you got this little baby.
She said it's gonna help her fight off her postpartum depression that she had with the first baby. So she said she feel better when she's around other people. Most people will never leave their little baby.
I had a hard time going back to work after, and the baby
I
be
do
like,
not want to go back to work.
You be at work like for 4 hours,
nervous.
like I cannot wait to get home and back
I
to
was
my baby.
so now that made me depressed. I was like, who leave they 6-week-old baby to
Right.
go? That is horrible. Y'all need to change that.
That's a terrible thing.
That is. Michael told me he gonna take the baby to work. I'm like, this dude trying to get some ass by using the baby. He talking about it's 5 different women up in there. Michael, leave the baby with the nanny while you take your butt to work.
Y'all gonna be braving, having 5 different women to braving all on the baby in the middle of the pandemic.
It's COVID. Then she started talking about Giselle says she ready to start dating. And then she asked Michael if he know anybody for Giselle. He was like, is Juan available? Because he was like, I told you, he wasn't gonna marry that girl.
He's right. He's right. And this is the thing. Y'all got divorced but never got separated. Like, what is the big deal about the wedding? Like, are y'all gonna what are you getting married for? To have a wedding? Because I'm confused.
I guess so, child. That's so crazy.
And why I'm running around telling you that shit ain't attractive? Get your ass up. Like, I'm with Michael.
Meanwhile, it's Versace night at the house. Okay.
Here for it.
So I don't know. Was that Versace that Giselle had on? She looked like she had on her Christmas.
Oh, I didn't know everybody was supposed to be wearing Versace. I thought Wendy just said for her it was Versace.
Oh, child. I thought that was the thing.
You know, she's like, it's Versace night because that's what I'm wearing. Nah, because Giselle had on somebody's grandma's sweater. Now she want to look like the church lady. It's too late. It's too late, girl.
No. So Giselle is sitting around with Robin and they want to talk mess about Wendy. And she like, something is off about Wendy. What's up with the sudden change? Like, last time she was all professor, now she this. And it seems like they like bitchy Wendy better than nice, not necessarily nice.
I'm just
Wendy,
mad because Wendy ain't take their side. The whole plan was to get rid of Karen. That ain't how that shit went. And you know, and I saw Wendy on Watch What Happens Live, which makes sense. Like when she was taping the show, she didn't know none of the details about Monique and none of that. You know what I'm saying? She didn't know about any of that. So it looked like she was just taking sides with Candace, which she was, but she didn't know none of the other stuff that was going on.
None of the backstory.
That's why when she got to the reunion, she was definitely like neutral by that point.
Yeah. I mean, outside of the incident with Mia, Wendy acting a fool with Mia, outside of that, she way more lighthearted than she was before. Like, I'm like, I like her better than she was last season because she was
I do too.
Like, she worked my nerve.
She was being stuffy and And this is the thing too, like y'all are talking about last year. She didn't know y'all last year. You don't come into no group of people. She feeling like she can let her hair down because y'all know her.
Because she know her now. Right. Because if she would have came in like that, y'all would have treated her like y'all treated her. When she came. Then Giselle bring up these cheating allegations. And then she said, I don't believe it. Well, you sure keep bringing it up if you don't believe it, because you just said it like 3 times.
And
every
again,
episode you bring it up.
With who is he cheating? Is his mistress over there with Marcel's mistress? Do they have them locked somewhere where they don't? Like all of these mistresses, they be coming out of the woodwork as soon as the
all
season
these mistresses came from the Avatar.
I ain't no mistress, and we've been hearing about this for since the beginning of the year.
All these mistresses came from the Avatar. You know what? Giselle might be the Avatar shit. Evil self. She's trying.
She would never hide her pretty face behind an avatar.
She says that Wendy's trying to overcompensate because she heard about the rumors. So that's why she didn't went and got this done and all of that stuff. I'm like, girl, worry about yourself.
Well, I mean, and then when Wendy came last year, she had just had a baby. She wasn't like, you know, when you be pregnant, when I was like at the biggest, like getting ready to pop, I was like, and I was working in the mall. So all I had to do was walk around, you know, if I had a chance and, you know, walk around the mall on a break, you know, and looking at clothes that I could not fit in. I was like, I just want to be able to put on a belt. I just wish I could put a belt on just because I can't. And, you know, so now she went from, like she said, postpartum body to whatever she got going on now.
I mean, if she can get a snapback, then more power to it, because everybody can't afford to go snapback. We got to do some hard. And let me tell you something. That last one I had, it broke some muscles and stuff up in there. Like it don't
go back. Yeah.
Like that first one. You know what I'm saying? And he was so heavy that I had to wear one of them belts to hold him
up.
Yeah, so now that the baby's gone, now that's like, it's like a broken accordion. It's like, it don't go back, y'all. Like, y'all done overstretched it. So if I could get that snipped off and, you know, throw that away.
You would do it.
Like Wendy too. I would do it.
Well, not for nothing, not even just the whole situation with the baby. Wendy was very much a straight up and down person. She, you know, she wasn't curvy. Can you let the girl, like, let her live?
Let her feel herself. Goodness gracious. You mad? Go get you some work done. Oh, Jesus. So this girl talking about, Candace gave them some gifts, some robes, and looked like a little hat thing. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a scarf. I don't know.
Looked like a swim cap of some kind.
Yeah. Well, maybe the swim cap was because Giselle is going to teach water aerobics the next morning.
Well, and they got all them braids and stuff in their hair. Like, you're gonna need a bigger cap to get your hair up in that thing. You can't get all of that into a regular swim cap.
Wendy braids look like that's a wig. Like she could just pull that off. I don't think those are real braids. I think she could take that off and then put that cap on.
And Robin's hair looked.
Robin hair, it don't matter. Robin can go and jump in like she is, because she gonna get out looking just like however it looked. That's how Robin walk out. So they go out to eat. And
I had to laugh because I feel like I would have did the same thing Candace did. When Wendy walked in there, she was like, well, you got these titties up here. I'm gonna have to go ahead and touch
I would have did it like
this. See what's going
because
on.
They wasn't fitting her shirt good. They was like a little bit out. Yeah. But I would have been like, let me help you out.
Right.
Karen said she ain't getting that water. I ain't messing up my hair. My hair got to stick like this till I go do my little thing down south. So y'all can have that.
And I'm not participating in Giselle's event. That's
right. I wouldn't get in the water with her. That girl,
no.
She crazy. Ain't nobody dealing with that. They gonna have a little whiskey tasting at the house too. They probably don't need to be drinking around each other. Candace started talking about how her gender roles are reversed with her husband. He cooks, she do the work. She talked about him being the manager and how he's on her. And I really don't think Chris be on her like that. Like, I think she's trying to put him up a little higher than what it really is.
I mean, clearly he can't manage her, but he is a chef, so that's what he does. So it doesn't surprise me that he cooks. Like
most men, a lot of men.
If I was married to a chef, I would expect that I'm going to be eating. Some good food.
I used to date a chef, and hell yeah,
He cooked.
He cooked. Yeah, why should I do it if that's what you you know what I'm saying?
And you do it like really good because that's what your
Really good.
Your passion is.
Yeah. Giselle say, what do your mom think? See, you trying to be negative because you already knew what her mom was gonna think. Whether you agree with it or not, you see at that point. Then she say, you don't want to resent him because you helping you out is holding him back from being or doing what he want to do while you over there getting your hustle.
Is it? Or maybe it's not a whole lot for him to do right now in this moment, and he might as well help her while she
might as well. And then she talking about, are you paying him? She like, well, booty. Like, that's my husband. You know what I'm saying? What they doing is working. Clearly, she got this beautiful house. She living better, looking better, smelling better, way better than Giselle. So Giselle might want to take notes. You know what I'm saying?
Giselle wants to spread a little hate because when she sees happy people, worry about yourself. Why don't you have anything going on?
Right.
Because I think Chris is the best thing Candace got going on. He keeps her very much level.
At least he tried.
Stop calling him your manager because he really can't do nothing for your career. But as your assistant, who better to have as your assistant than your husband?
Right. Well, Candace says she trusts and understands her marriage. So in other words,
mind your business.
So Robin say Chris telling Candace to get up off the couch when she chilling reminds her a lot of Juan telling her to get out of bed. That is not the same thing.
That's not the same.
That is not. Stop it.
It's not the same.
So she say she stay in the bed till 10 o'clock. And then when she get up, she might watch TV till 11. And she like, I don't know why I just can't get up because I got a ton of shit to do.
Because you're lazy and you've been lazy. You didn't just get lazy. You've been lazy the whole damn time. You ain't been doing shit.
The whole time. And then she said, Juan says it's not attractive. So then they like, well, since he said that, have you made any changes? And she was like, no. So she don't care.
She don't think Juan going anywhere because he ain't.
And so Giselle was like, he not rushing down the aisle because of this. No man wants to marry unattractive. So this is what Giselle says to Robin and
her
Karen,
friend,
like her friend. Karen is like, nobody's off limits. She said, well, my friends already need you supposed to lift them up. Giselle, she kick them down a few more inches into the ground. She do. At no point, she went right in for the kill, right in. And she said she does this so it deflects other people from asking about her life. Clearly.
She don't have one. She doesn't have one.
So then the question came up is she neglecting her children? And she was like, yeah, in a way. And she said her son percentage in English was 48%. And before he had straight A's.
48%. That's because you don't wake the boy up to go to school.
You ain't waking him up. You don't care.
We got up this morning and first couple of times she was very much like up before me and really motivated. And I told her like, it's not always gonna be like that. Like there's some days that you're not gonna want to. And I wasn't motivated either, but I pushed through it. We got up this morning, we went on a walk. We walked 3 miles every morning. And she came home, she took a shower, she had some time to get, going before she started school.
Right.
And as much as you hate it, like that walk gets your body going, gets your brain going. You can't wake up, roll out of bed 3 minutes before your class and have your mind be sharp enough to.
Mind you, he ain't getting up. That boy was laying in his bed.
Still in his bed, in the dark. She would turn the light on.
Yeah.
She said, get up and threw the laptop at him.
She said she has seasonal depression and she's been in a
All
rut.
4 seasons. She depressed all.
I'm like, you could stop. I have seasonal depression. It's not like that. Like, you just ain't trying though. You know what I'm saying? You just not trying. Like seasonal depression. I mean, we live, and they do too. They in the East Coast, we in the Midwest. We have winter. The winter can be very freaking depressing around here. But it's like, I might not be like going to the store and run around like I am now because it's gonna be dark as shit and cold and nobody trying to do that. But just not functioning in life, like who do, you're not functioning, ma'am. You need to get that together. But you've always been like that. Yeah. She talking about she needs to see a life coach. You need to go.
Well, and that's probably how she ended up in the financial trouble the first time, because she was looking to do something, get rich quick without having to do anything, and then she gave the man her money and he, bounced with it. And then I forgot to file my taxes. It was a whole portion I forgot to do. How you do that? Like, maybe you should have just took them papers to H&R Block and let somebody know what they do and do the tax.
Right. Well, Wendy says, look, you're overwhelmed. I get it. I understand. I've been there. And them devils took that time to jump on Wendy. Okay. She was trying to sympathize with you and y'all turned around and jumped on her.
That was kind of hard to watch, to be honest.
Yeah, Giselle was like, I can't put my finger on it, but it's a difference with you. And then Robin was like, let me add, your personality is different. And then Giselle talk about her showing her skin, and she's like,
I've seen more of your skin recently than I've seen the whole time I've known you. As you sit there in your grandma sweater with roses all over, like, girl,
you need to show something. She like,
her pretty face. That's all she got to show.
I got my boobs done. What is that? Yeah, I'm showing my skin. I'm like, show it, girl. You supposed to show it off. You got it done. You paid for it. Sure.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. But does that mean she doesn't have substance? Like, where did that come from? Like, you just took it to a whole nother level.
She said,
and I'm gonna need the stripper to shut the fuck up.
Girl, the stripper came in and said, what did she say? Hold on.
Talking about Michelle Obama and Oprah.
Yeah,
Who
Oprah
said that
and Michelle, they don't dress like that.
Michelle Obama.
Yeah, talking about if you on that level, you a professor, you have to embody that. Girl, ain't you walking around here talking about you a business lady and you own all of this stuff and you walk around here with your titties and everything? Y'all
all her stuff be out. You met people and in the first 10 minutes told them you got your coochie done.
Yeah. So what example you a businesswoman? Candace was like, Twitter and Twaddle, why is y'all badgering Wendy? She said, worry about your own areolas. Mind your business. She should have said it. She should have said it to him. You know what I'm saying? But they let them attack that girl like that. That's when she said, you had some substance last year. Yeah. And
this coming from somebody who can't get up out the bed. You telling me about my substance. You can't raise your head off the pillow to go take care of your children.
The way you were last year, you were fine. It was sexy last year. She was like, I define my sexiness.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
Tell them.
Good answer.
And then Karen come in and say, girl, if she want to show her public hair, her pubic hair, if she want to show her pubic hair, then y'all should be like, okay, girl.
She should not show her pubic hair.
Not the pubis. I said, not Karen, you always go too far.
We don't want to see that, Karen.
Now, last time, what did she say about Giselle?
She said Robin was in her bush.
Yeah.
She done got Robin in her bush. The bitch got a hot box, and now she wants to show her pubic hair. Stop it, Karen.
I said, Karen, you always take it too far. And you know, Giselle's like, it's something going on that she's trying to mask. You trying to bring this stupid rumor out once again because you are a musical person. Stop it. So is Skylar,
You sat up there, you mad at Karen because she want to apologize to you. And you sat up there at that reunion and Monique let you have it with a whole binder about your relationship and cheating rumors and blah, blah, blah. That's the last thing you should ever be bringing up. You know how that felt. No, you don't, because that wasn't a real relationship. Never mind.
So Skylar was like, since you asking questions, like, I have a question about your significant other because it's confusing. Are you in a relationship? She's like, I'm not going to discuss that in front of trolls. And Karen is like, you ain't going to call me a lie when your whole life is a lie, girl. She said, no, when people
all the way down to that barn with a trailer attached to it. That's the lie too.
When people start asking her questions, she get on the defense and then she turn around and attack them. I was like, she absolutely do.
Every time, yeah.
And then, what to say? Wendy like, y'all tripping. I'm gonna start wearing sweaters around y'all. And then Giselle was like, I mean, can I ask? I mean, it's a problem if I can't ask. Well, didn't they just ask you a question? And you ain't want to answer it?
You ain't answer.
Problem if they don't want to answer your question.
Right.
Girl, stop. Back at the house though, Giselle and Robert, did they just want to be on the same floor so they could sit back and talk shit about people?
First of all, they kept saying, well, it's because we want to make sure you're okay. She looks fine to me. She don't look like she's going through anything. So besides celebrating her new situation.
Right.
Then they sat there and she said, do you think Wendy's in her head right now? Like y'all are now like celebrating that y'all broke this woman down like you did.
To. Yeah, that is horrible. They are some horrible people.
That was so, and who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be in their head? Like, because, you know, like she said, I thought we were cool. Like, these are people that I thought were my friends. But clearly.
So the next morning, that's when Wendy's talking to Karen. And Karen noticed that she a little bit more covered up than she usually be. And Karen was like, if you dressing for Giselle, go change your fucking clothes. Like, don't let them get you like that. You know what I'm saying? She said that she did not deserve that line of questioning from them. She was like, don't dim your light for her. I was like, absolutely, because that's all she's trying to do.
And that's what it is.
Be up here. And she's trying to knock you down. You walking in and you didn't step out because not for nothing, Wendy does look better than she did last season. Most people do have that second, third season glow up, but you glowed up and glowed past her. And
that was, you know, the pretty skin and all of that she already had. She didn't have to do nothing to get to that. But she got work done that you can't even tell. Like, we know only because we saw it, but like if you didn't see her before, now you look at me and be like, well, holy moly, what did her face used to be like? You know, I didn't need her to say nothing to me for that. But and Mia's face is hard to look at because there's so much going on. When you look at Wendy, now she just, you know, she looks, it's a glow from inside. It don't even seem like it don't even seem like anything that might have happened, you know, on the outside. Besides the titties, because you know they always on display. But I don't know anybody that doesn't.
Even her butt. Her butt. She didn't go over. She didn't
get all crazy. Her butt fits her body.
She needed
I'm assuming
it though.
She looks like she's a tall person, so you know.
And Wendy said it hurt when she said last year she had substance compared to this year that she don't, you know. And she started crying because she was like, you know, I looked at her like a big sister. Well, that was number one mistake, but okay. But she said it hurt.
That's because they're both AKAs, and she probably did You know, that was a thing that they had in common. But you know, heck, Giselle ain't nobody's friend. Quite as kept, she ain't Robin's friend. She's just.
She show it real quick. Karen told her to get her tears out now. Don't let them have it. You got to get it out right here. Okay? We ain't gonna let them see that. And then Karen says it's only women that are insecure that tear down another sister. And that's what's wrong with both of them.
I agree.
Absolutely.
But that's what they do. Like so, in that moment at that table, they took shots at Candace. They took shots at Wendy. Giselle took shots at her good friend.
She sure did.
They took shots at Karen. Like that's what they do. And they used to have such like I wonder. She's like, I wonder, like, if I met her today, would I like her like I did? Like, why wouldn't you though? What does she do?
She disagreed with them.
That's it.
That's all it takes.
The plan was to get rid of Karen, and you can see now, even Candace, who I still don't like Candace, but she ain't getting on my nerves like she was last time. But I think Candace now realized that they played her, and now she has a friendship that's now gone because of those two. Now, that being said, Monique, who was my favorite, but if you hit me, we can't be friends no more. Like, I can see why they can't. We like physically fought, so like, we can't be friends no more. But I think Candace is smart enough, like she's playing a long game too. Like, I'm not gonna alienate anybody just, you know, to be team them. Otherwise, you won't have no friends. And then they got Miss Ashley coming to bring the mess.
Cause she come to do it, baby. Ashley ain't got shit else to do.
Well, that's why she over there with that man that she's with, because she's messy.
Child, well, look here. That's that review right there. We want you to go ahead. Gotta say it quiet so he won't come down here. Drop down in the comments. Hit that subscribe button.
Thumbs up, ring the bell. Shoot the shit. See y'all next time. Bye.